Assalamu alaikum dear viewers, this is Farhan and you are watching English with Malik Farhan. Dear viewers, ये वो चैनल है जो इंशाल्लाह आने वाले दिनों में आपकी ज़िंदगी में एक अहम किरदार अदा करेगा. Dear viewers, यही वो प्लेटफॉर्म है जो ना सिर्फ हमें इंग्लिश के इंग्लिश ग्रामर के इंट्रिकेट कॉन्सेप्ट्स को आसानी से समझने में मदद देगा, बल्कि इसके साथ साथ हम फितरत की खूबसूरती को भी गाहे बगाहे इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर अपना मौजूए कलाम बनाते रहेंगे इंशाल्लाह. So please dear viewers, keep watching my videos. These videos inshallah will enable you to love nature and to love learning. So keep watching these videos. Have a blessed time. Hello everybody, this is Farhan and today we're gonna discuss the very important lecture of grammar. Guys, as earlier we discussed the tenses. So I gave you the complete elaboration of tenses, but today we're gonna discuss each and every tense separately. So the tense which we are going to describe now is present tense. So first of all, students, present tense is the tense in which we have any activity, action, state or happening that occurs in the present time. So the activity, happening or any state, condition which occurs in present time is known or is referred as your present tense. Got that? So what did I say? I said that any activity, happening, state or condition that occurs in present time refers to your present tense. Got that? So as you know that each and every tense is belonging to further four categories or further four subtenses, subtypes like simple, perfect, continuous or perfect continuous. So in present tense, again we have present simple. As you know, present simple is your present indefinite tense. So then we have present perfect and we have present continuous and we have present perfect continuous. So these four are the further types or categories of our present tense. Got that? Now we are moving towards each and every separate category of present tense to have more further elaboration. So we are going to discuss further elaboration of each and every category of present tense. Okay guys, I told you what present tense is. So now we are moving towards the first category, first subtype of present tense, and this first type is present simple. As you know that present simple is also known as your present indefinite tense. So before passing towards the further structure of this present tense, I would like to tell you the uses, some usage of this tense, means where we should or where we can use the present simple tense. So first of all, in habits, present simple tense is used in habits. For example, he gets up early in the morning. So gets up shows that this one is present simple, and this shows the habit that the person is habitual of getting up early in the morning. So this is his routine matter, this is his habit. So this tense present simple, this shows what? This shows the habits. Okay, the habits. Okay, now newspaper headlines. In newspaper headlines, present simple tense is also used. For example, man enters space. So this shows that the newspaper headlines are using the present simple tense. And then we have general truths or universal truths. For example, as we say that the sun rises in the east, Similarly, water boils at 100% degrees centigrade. So this is the general truth or scientific or universal truth. So these truths are also considered in the present simple tense. And then we have present simple tense with non-progressive actions. For example, I believe she is innocent. So in such categories, we also use present simple tense. So then we have some stories. When we are going to narrate stories, definitely we use the present simple tense. For example, suddenly the lion appears. So in this situation, we also use present simple tense. Again, we have further instructions or the directions. For example, first of all, put water into it. So when we are going to instruct someone, or when we are going to suggest or when we are going to give a direction, we do what? We use the present simple tense. Or in arranged future means when we have decided some future event, we do what? We use present simple tense. For example, the examination starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow. So this is arranged schedule or future, arranged future. So in this case, we also use present simple tense. So first of all, I told you what present tense is. Then I told you the uses of present simple tense, as the present simple tense is the first category. So I immediately told you the uses of present simple tense. Now we are moving towards the structure of present simple tense and some certain examples related to further categories of present simple tense, like you can say assertive sentences means simple positive sentences, negative sentences, interrogative or negative interrogative. In these 4 types of sentences, we would discuss present simple tense along with its structure and certain examples. So we are moving towards the examples of present simple tense. Okay guys, present simple. In present simple, the structure is in front of you. First of all, in simple sentences, as you know, first of all we have subject, verb, first form means present tense. V1 means present tense. Present tense means the first form of verb with the addition of morpheme s, es or ies in case of singular noun or pronoun. If your noun or pronoun is singular, you have to add present tense. Now you have to add s, es or ies with the present tense means verb first. Then we have object. So he writes a letter. The first form is, the present tense is write, and we did what? We added a morpheme s with it, so it became writes. Why did we do this? We did it because the subject was singular. It was he. So he writes a letter. It is the structure of present simple sentence. The present tense simple sentences carry subject, verb first and object. And then we have negative sentences. In negative sentences, we have subject, auxiliary verb, and then negation means not, and verb first and object. Now here in these negative sentences, we don't need to add morphemes s, es or ies with first form of verb. We have to do what? We have to use only present tense. V1 means first form of verb, because there is auxiliary does. So we use does and do in negative sentences of present simple tense. If we have the subject singular, we use does not, and if we have the plural subject, noun or pronoun, then we use do not. So he doesn't write a letter. He does not write a letter means does not is what? Auxiliary with the addition of negation not, and then write first form of verb. We didn't use s or es because it was negative sentence. So the structure of negative sentence of present simple would be like this: subject, auxiliary, negation, verb first and object. He does not write a letter. Then we have interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences are just like negative. We use the same auxiliary do or does, but we don't use not in interrogative sentences, and we use the auxiliary before the subject. At initial level we use the auxiliary does with singular nouns pronouns and do with plural nouns pronouns. So does he write a letter, and we add one thing more, and this one is punctuation mark, question mark. So auxiliary is does, then subject he, and verb first form means present tense, first form of verb without addition of s or es, and then object and then question mark. So this is the structure of your interrogative sentences. At the end we have negative interrogative sentences. In negative interrogative sentences we have to do what? We only add negation, means not, with the subject. First of all we use auxiliary does with singular noun pronouns, do with plural nouns pronouns, and then subject, and then negation means not, and then again first form of verb, because we are using the auxiliary do does. That's why we don't add s or es with the first form of verb, and then object, and at the end question mark means to show that this one is statement related to question. So does he not write a letter? This is the structure of your negative interrogative sentences. So I discussed what? First of all I told you the present tense, its uses. Then we discussed the present simple, the structure of present simple sentences, the present simple negative sentences, the present simple interrogative sentences, and present simple negative interrogative sentences. Now we are moving towards the present perfect tense, means present perfect tense. We are moving towards the second subtype of present tense. Okay guys, now we are moving towards the present perfect tense. Okay, first we did what? We went for the present tense, the definition of present tense, then we discussed the uses of present tense, then we further elaborated the present simple tense. Now this is present perfect tense. The structure is same but with a little bit change, and these changes are in your auxiliary and main verbs. So in present perfect tense we do what? We use the auxiliary has and have. Has with singular nouns pronouns and have with plural nouns pronouns. And similarly we have V3. V3 means third form of verb, past participle tense, means third form of verb. So the simple sentence of present perfect tense would be along with the structure like this: he has written a letter. We did what? First of all the subject, he has. Has means auxiliary. Auxiliary means helping verb, and has with singular noun pronouns and have with plural nouns pronouns. So noun was singular, he, so we used what? We used has. Then third form of verb means past participle tense, written, and then a letter is your object. So subject, auxiliary, V3 and object gives us the present perfect tense simple sentences. Then we discussed the present perfect tense negative sentences. Again the same structure, and I'm using the same examples for you guys to make the things more easier for you people. So we do what? We use the subject and auxiliary, and then we add negation means not, and now we have used you can say, or we can again we use the V3. V3 definitely we would use in all the sentences, because this is your perfect tense. Why do we call it perfect? Because the action, the activity, state or situation happening has got completion in this tense, so we call it the present perfect tense. Okay, I was talking about negative sentences. First of all subject, then auxiliary has, and then not, negation, and then V3 means past participle written. Sorry, the spellings are like this. As I was talking about the simple sentences, so I kept the spelling same, but you can change over here. Double T, we can use TT. Okay, he has not written a letter. Subject, auxiliary, not, and then V3 means past participle and then object. Okay, then we discuss the interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences carry same auxiliaries like has and have. Has with singular and have with plural. So then we use subject, has he. V3 means past participle tense. Has he written a letter, object, and at the end question mark. Then we talk about the negative interrogative sentences. In negative interrogative sentences, we carry the auxiliary has or have, and then subject, then negation means not, and then V3 past participle, and then we use object and at the end question mark. Has he not written a letter? This has shows the auxiliary. We used has because the singular subject was there, and then not is negation. Negation means not, and then V3 past participle tense written and object letter, a letter and question mark you can see at the end. So this shows the structure of present perfect tense negative interrogative sentences. So we discussed till here present tense, its uses, present simple tense, and then the uses of present simple tense, and then we discussed present perfect tense. Now we are moving towards the present continuous tense. Okay guys, the present continuous tense, this shows what? This shows the continuity. Okay, in structure of present continuous simple sentences, we have subject, auxiliary we have is, are, am. With singular we use is, and with plural nouns or pronouns we use are, and with the pronoun I we use am. So then we have main verb. Main verb we use V4 means present participle. Okay, and then we use the object. For example, the simple sentence of present continuous tense is he is writing a letter. Is your auxiliary. We use is because the subject was singular, he, and then we use present participle means first form of verb with the addition of ing morpheme, so it becomes present participle fourth form, and then a letter is object. It becomes the present simple sentence of present continuous tense. Then we move towards the negative sentence of present continuous tense, and here we have the subject, the auxiliary and negation, and then V4 and object. He is not writing a letter. Is your auxiliary. As I told you earlier that we use is with singular nouns pronouns, or with plural, and am with I. And then we have negation, and writing is your fourth form means present participle verb and tense, present participle verb, and then a letter is object. He is not writing a letter is the negative sentence of your present continuous tense. And then in present continuous tense, interrogative sentences, we have auxiliary at first, and auxiliary again we use is, are, am. With singular is, with plural are, and with I we use am. Is he writing a letter? Writing is your verb form means present participle. And then a letter is your object, and at the end in interrogative we have sign of question mark means this is we use the punctuation mark means we use the question mark to show that this sentence belongs to the interrogative category. And then in negative interrogative category of sentences related to present continuous tense, we use the auxiliary again is, are, am, and subject, and then not means negation, and then V for present participle and object, and at the end we use question mark. So is he not writing a letter shows that this sentence belongs to the negative interrogative category of sentences. belonging to present continuous tense. So I told you what is the present tense. I told you the present simple, uses of present simple tense, the structure of present simple tense. I told you the present perfect tense along with the structure. Now we discuss present continuous tense along with the structure with certain examples. Now we are moving towards the last subtense of present tense, and this subtense, this last form of tense is your present perfect continuous tense. Guys, in present perfect continuous tense we have the structure. First of all, we have subject and auxiliary. Now the auxiliary is has been or have been, and then we use V4, means fourth form of verb, present participle, and then object, and then we add one thing new, and this one thing is since for, means prepositions we use since for unlimited time, and for is used for the limited or known duration. So simple sentence, the category of simple sentence in present perfect continuous tense, the structure we have, he has been writing a letter since morning. So he has been auxiliary, writing fourth form, and then a letter is object, and then we use since morning because the time is unlimited. Morning is definitely a routine matter, so we use since morning with the times, with the different times of the days, with you can say with the 4 o'clock, or with the wall clock or wristwatch. We use these since prepositions. And then we have negative sentences. In negative sentences, again the subject auxiliary has not been. Now we have been after not. First we have not, then we put been over there. He has not been writing a letter for 2 days. Now the time is, duration is limited, so we use the preposition for. In interrogative sentences of present perfect continuous tenses, we have has he been writing a letter for 2 days, means the first thing is auxiliary. Auxiliary comes at first, and we can use, again I'm telling you guys that we can use has or have with plural nouns or pronouns, and has with singular nouns pronouns, and then subject, and then been, and then writing fourth form present participle, a letter object. At the end we have you can say the preposition since for. Has he been writing a letter for 2 days? At the end, question mark. Before question mark we add for 2 days. For 2 days means this is for is your preposition. And in negative interrogative sentences, again we have auxiliary at first, then subject, then not, and then been, and then verb fourth form, main verb we are using present participle. Then we use the object, and before question mark we use since for. So has he not been writing the letter since morning? So the time is unlimited, so we use since. So this was the whole structure of present perfect continuous tense. First I discussed what is present tense, I discussed the uses of present tense, then we moved towards the simple present tense, its uses, then we discussed present perfect tense, then continuous, and then we use the present perfect continuous tense. So it was the whole. I hope you have got my lesson. If you have any ambiguity, you can inform me in a comment box, or if you like the video, you got the clear concept, now you are not having any ambiguity and you like my video, please then don't forget to subscribe my channel. First of all, like my video, subscribe my channel, and share this video with your friends and colleagues, fellows, etc. Thank you so much for listening me. Have a blessed time.